6 money rules I'll follow until I die. I'm not the most adventurous when it comes to my money. I've bought a few stocks and some Bitcoin, but that's about it. I think the greed in me has been burned out by the price of stocks and Bitcoin's volatility. So how do you make a living without investing? By following these rules, implement them into your day-to-day spending habits, or better yet, break them. These rules are also designed to apply to the people in your life. 1. Don't buy things you can't afford. It's hard not to buy stuff when you have a lot of it, but don't do it. If you spend the cash that you need for food and rent on frivolous items, then what will you do when they're gone? You may think trading them in at a coin shop or selling them on eBay will make you money. But how long will it be before a new iPhone costs $2,000 and they all become worthless? Instead of keeping this money for a rainy day, put it toward your goals. 2. Don't waste money. It's easy to spend money on things that you don't need just because you. There's really no good reason to do this. In fact, there are plenty of reasons why not to. Think before spending your hard-earned cash. It may even help you save a little here and there. 3. Invest in long-term goals. Investing makes the world go around. With a lot of the get-rich-quick schemes, there is often a considerable amount of risk involved. While you can make a lot of money in a short period of time, it's going to cost you probably more than you're willing to give up. For some people, this is considered fool's gold. When you put your money toward long-term, the reward is greater in the long run. 4. Don't buy in bulk. This is something that I shouldn't have to say, but it's also something that people don't listen to. If we're buying groceries for the week, we will always pick those big packs of snacks instead of the smaller bags. It's the same with clothing and other things. In this example, a big pack of items is actually more expensive because you're paying for the convenience of buying them in bulk. 5. Don't always start your day with coffee. People who are addicted to Starbucks will tell you coffee is the reason they can get by without working. They have bad credit and can afford their overpriced cup of Java every morning, but most of them could be starting their day off right if they put away some cash to cover rent and food. 6. Don't be a slave to your credit card. This kind of goes hand in hand with overspending. If you're not paying off your cards every month, then you are literally losing money by using them. Credit cards aren't meant to be used at will. They're for emergencies only and things like rent and food. People who have bad credit are considered to be a financial risk, so why is going into debt such a good idea? If you can't pay off your debts within 3 months, then it's time to make some changes. 7. Don't gamble with money unless you win big time. This idea is kind of in between number 10 and number 12, so I'll cover it briefly here too. This rule is about making money and spending it a little more responsibly. If you have money that you're trying to save, then it's best to make sure that your decisions are in the proper financial arena. Don't gamble with money unless you win big time. Otherwise, you may end up losing big time. It's important to remember not to get so bogged down in the negative thoughts of if only or I wish. Those thoughts will only pull you down further into the hole of misery. 8. Don't go into debt for anything. This last rule is another reason why I don't recommend getting a credit card for new users. It's easy to fall into debt when you have many choices, but the more choices you have, the harder it is to make a good financial decision. Having too much money on hand isn't always that great either. Instead of buying what you can afford, you may buy things you really can't afford and end up getting yourself into worse debt. So there it is, some tips for people to live happier and healthier lives. It's time for me to get started on mine. If you have any financial tips, comment down below. I'd like to hear them. Make sure you subscribe our channel for more amazing content. Have a good day.